So life has its ways of humbling you for sure. 100%. I was in the middle of recording a video um, about 20 minutes ago, and I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing in the first place, and I knew it because as I was recording the video, I even stated it like, "Oh, I shouldn't be recording this video right now because I'm driving." And I was on the freeway, and I have my phone sitting in landscape mode, just like it is now, and I'm driving on the freeway, recording and talking about, whatever I was talking about at the time. Cop pulls up behind me. It was pretty apparent that he was going to pull me over, but he hadn't turned his lights on. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's not. Maybe he's actually just trying to get by me. So I switch lanes, get in the middle lane. He follows me to the middle lane. At that point, I knew I was getting pulled over. It was a matter of time, and then in 10 to 15 seconds, he turned his lights on. I was getting pulled over. Um, and I knew I shouldn't have been, one, recording while I was driving, and two, speeding at the speed I was going, which I didn't realize I was going as fast as I was simply because I was recording a video. And generally, so I'm a heavy-footed guy. Like most of the time, I'm in Minnesota. So in Minnesota here in the metro area, the speed limit is generally 60 miles per hour. At times it can reach 70, but for the most part, it's 60 miles per hour. And to me, that's pretty slow. Like I've been in Texas driving, and when I'm in Texas down there in Houston, the mileage per hour, the speed limit is 80 miles per hour. And that to me should be what the speed limit is across the board. Because that's like a comfortable pace when you're on the freeway, actually, and you're trying to get to your destination. Like I feel like 80 is comfortable. When I'm going faster than 80, then it's like, okay, you're going a little on the fast side. So here in Minnesota, I'm always going 80 miles per hour, generally speaking. But I'm also generally aware of my surroundings because, for one, like I know I'm not gonna be going 80 if most of the other drivers on the road are going 60 because then it's obvious that I'm going 80. I'm going much faster than everybody else. And so generally I'm not doing that, but there are always other drivers going about 75, 80, somewhere around there. And so I fit in with the flow of traffic. That was not the case today. Once the cop got behind me, I looked at my speedometer and I seen I was going about 85 at the time. And then I also looked at all the other cars, and I was going way ahead of everybody else. And it was pretty obvious. I stuck out like a sore thumb. And so it's understandable why he got behind me. Now, I didn't give him any excuses. He seen that I had my phone up, and he thought that I was FaceTiming someone, which I wasn't. And I told him like I was recording a video. I shouldn't have been, but I was recording a video. And I was just honest with the guy. I still got a ticket, but instead of him stating in the ticket that I was going 85 and a 60, he said I was only going 5 miles per hour above the speed limit, and I was doing 65 in a 60 instead of 85. Whether or not that helps me, I don't know, but I appreciate the thought. So it kind of messed up what I was going to talk about in my video, or what I was talking about in my other video before I was getting pulled over. But I know it has something to do with, I know I was going to mention DeepSeek because that's kind of been the topic of discussion when it comes to the market and the economy and what's going on and just AI in general and all of that stuff. I'm one of those type of people who like to be in the know of what is going on in the world because I missed the boat on Bitcoin. I missed the boat on other things. And I would hear about Bitcoin at the time. And like I say like 2012, 2013. I remember listening to different people speak on Bitcoin and mention it, but I didn't do any delving into exactly what it was, how I could benefit from it, what the world would be with Bitcoin, what its use case was, and the utility of it. Like I didn't really spend the time to do that. And so over the last few years, I've been on my, let me actually delve into what's going on in the world, try to stay in the know and see how I could benefit and use whatever is to come to my benefit. And so that's kind of what I've been on. And so that's what I'm doing with this DeepSeek thing. And I've kind of done it with ChatGPT slightly, but I haven't really spent enough time with it to really get its full capabilities. I've only just kind of here and there dabbled really with Chat GPT, and I like it, but I'm not the person to go to when it comes to like, oh, how do you fully understand Chat GPT and what it and all of its capabilities, because I haven't really spent enough time with it in order to grasp it 100% in the way that other people have. And I do want to do that a bit more and spend time with it. And I also want to do that with DeepSeek. So I just today got an account with DeepSeek. I registered. I tried to register yesterday, but they were crashing. There was something going on, and so it wasn't allowing me to actually register. But I was able to do it today, and so I'm gonna spend some time later on just kind of messing around with DeepSeek and seeing how it differs from Chat GPT. And I got the free version of Chat GPT. Excuse me. Um, so I don't really know how the paid version of it is, but either way, I still like I like it for what I've been able to use it for. So that's that. Yeah, I do remember I was speaking about just keeping in the know of what's going on in the world. I tapped into or spoke on a little bit of politics and stuff in that video when I was first recording before I got pulled over. But the whole purpose of the video was essentially for me to speak about really keeping your eyes open to what's and ears open to what's going on in the world around you, because you can get left behind pretty quickly, especially with the way that technology and things are moving today. Whether it's artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and whatever else is going on, like it's just kind of like you can really get left behind if you're not in the know of where the world is going. So just keep that in mind. Always be aware of what's going on. And with that being said, be aware of your surroundings because there's no reason that I should have got pulled over today and got a speeding ticket. If I was fully aware of what was going on, rather than just like doing something that I shouldn't have been doing in the first place, which was recording a video while I was driving on the freeway on the interstate, then I wouldn't have got that ticket. And even in my trading, it's like I need to be aware. And that just makes me think too, like when it comes to trading and being in the markets, being aware of what's going on will help you, because the market moves based on sentiment, and that's based on the things that are going on in the world. And so again, just keeping in the know is very beneficial for you in the long run. So that's my video for today. I will see you tomorrow, I guess. Deuces.